Hello everyone, and this is Upwards and Onwards, with a very interesting one, as it is a tank engine review. Now I know I don't do these often. The last one was a Peckett loco, featuring a few pugs, with various others in the background. But this day, it is this, Great Western Pannier. More specifically, one of the subclasses, which is the 8750 series. Now, in the box, you get this lovely picture with the old styrofoam packing, where the detail in the loco pack in the loco would be. The main detail pack would be there, but yeah. Classic photo with the background info of the locomotives. Feel free to pause and read this if you like. Now, the most successful of the pannier classes was, of course, the 5700s. These, the 8750s, were a smaller class, but a fair number of pannier tanks, of the smaller variety, were also auto-fitted. So, hopefully we'll see the locomotive hauling an auto train. Now, might as well quit hiding and bring the loco out. And here she is, in the beautiful Great Western livery, with a classic GWR on her tanks. Now, as you can see, this loco is numbered as 6752, with the blue code disc on her cab. Now, if I remember, the blue route availability code on Western Region locos meant that they were the lightest of all Great Western locos, because the Manners had them, and I do believe the Moguls had them. Now, as you can see, nicely fitted NEM couplers. Brake rigging is on the outside here before anyone gripes. Another NEM coupler. Sprung buffers, and look at that front detail. The lettering, the rivets, looks beautiful. Very nicely applied handrails. Top of the loco, we see the top of the tanks, the dome, which should be a copper cap type of thing, but it's early Great Western. The safety valves, which are usually brass, but as you can see, it's just the molding, so can't argue. Top of the tanks, where the ends are actually painted a bit white. I like that. I really do. Now, the cab, you can't really see much from it, but turn the loco around, you can see the reversing lever, which is a lever type, which means it has to be, I think, a slide valve loco, because they were very great at, well, shunting the slide valve types compared to a piston valve. I'm not going to go into a discussion about the various valve types, as I'm sure not many people will be interested. But, gosh darn it, points in the background, making sure the track is set correctly for once. Seeing as I left the passenger stock from the haul and the Mogul video on my layout, let's see how this small tank engine does hauling a 5-coach rake. Now, of course, this pannier tank was designed by Charles Collett of the Great Western, who studied under Churchwood, and as you see, it's just handling the coaches, no trouble at all, even over the dodgy points. Just move the controller up to about half speed, and we'll catch the loco at the curve and see how it's performing. Very nice indeed. Now, as you saw from the curve, there were a few auto coaches. One in the British Rail red, and another in the classic Great Western chocolate and cream. Now, although auto coaches were made to be alike, these two are of different makes. just bring the train up here and stop it. There we go. The chocolate and cream Great Western style one has, of course, the handrail bits, which, if you get one of these new, are a bit of a pain in the backside to fit. But it does look nice. At the front, the vestibule, and yes, I did paint that copper instead of the brass color it should be. These are the clip style couplers that I really don't like that much, but, there we go. I really don't like that much, but if I can fit it to a slimline, I'm happy. Now, I just have to flip this over because I just realized what a brand is. If the camera actually learns to focus, camera doesn't want to read it, but I will. It says mainline on the coach. This is a mainline auto coach, which kind of explains why the axles stick a little, but it's okay. This one in a nice, beautiful Western region red, with the crest right there, nice lining, as well as added details such as people, a driver in the vestibule, and a tail lamp. Same type of coupler. This end has metal buffers fitted before I got my hands on it, and this is an actual Hornby coach. So the difference between mainline, Airfix and Hornby auto coaches, they're very far and few in between. Now then, we'll just shunt these coaches out of the way and hook it up to the auto train. Back in a tick. Okay, that's the coaches all sorted out. Didn't really want to film it because it would be quite time consuming, but as you can see from the logo's back and the front, she's not really an auto-fitted tank engine like a fair number of Great Western panniers, well, a rare handful of Great Western panniers were, or the Prairies. But as done on, I think it's the South Devon Railway, one of their Prairie tanks was was auto-fitted in the preservation era to make it easy use on the railway. So that's how I'm going to intend to run this, like that it was I guess the term would be privatization era fitted. Not entirely sure. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, we'll just run her onto the line to collect the coaches. And this is one of the times where I do not mind running a train in the opposite direction on my layout. And whoops, I must have slammed the couplers a bit hard. It derailed the coach. That's good now. Or not. Oh, one of the rear bogies went. Handy tip before running anything in a review video, make sure it's on the track. Oh man, I look like such a putz. But yeah, typical auto train fashion. Gonna run it so the crew don't get stuffed up. There's one thing I really like about auto trains is that they're mechanically linked, and I just love mechanics. But one thing I really like is that with auto trains you can run two coaches that way, and that's it. Otherwise you'd get so much slack in the linkage, it would just be unbearable to move. Which is why whenever you see pictures of something like a 1400, you mostly see it with maybe one auto coach, mainly, instead of two or more. Because although there's quite a number of auto coaches survived in preservation today, and one fitted with a Great Western steam rail car, Working that regulator lever in the vestibule, it's just basically a hunk of iron on a pivot, really. You're still swinging something that has a fair bit of weight. Now, this is a more or less traditional running of an auto train. Coaches at either end, loco in the middle. See how you like it, but I don't know if you'll like it, but I know I do. As she runs around the layout, nice and calm. I think this might actually be my quickest review video. Don't know. I think I may have one that's in the 10-minute mark or something. But this is actually quite a nice loco. It's smooth. It can handle a fair sized train on its own, depending if you're having it haul uphill or not. But on the flat, I can have it running up to maybe a 7-coach train. Uphill, 3, maybe 4 tops. So there's quite a difference in size of trains they can haul. But I still think these are nice locos. And if you're exceeding from starting in the models and working your way up, this is a good intermediate loco. It's a good mid-range loco. It can handle fair-sized trains, passenger, freight, or auto-fitted, as these prove. And they're good for most size layouts, because pannier tanks were also used for industrial use, such as the coal board, because I've actually seen quite a number of panniers in the NCB livery. Can't believe I got that bit mixed up. But yeah. As well as the London Transport livery, which is actually quite a nice livery of red, I have to admit. It is quite lovely. Don't know if I'll ever get one like that, but if I do, maybe it'll be a 57. We'll see. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I really gotta double take sometimes. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Feel free to comment. Add any goofs, well, mention any goofs or mess ups I made in any of my videos, and I'll make sure to get back to you on them. Naturally in a polite manner, because I don't want to become a world-class pain in the neck. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.